Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Hungarian Living Podcast. I'm Liz, and today we're talking about something that's very close to my heart, the tradition of name days. And if you are listening to this episode on November 19th, then you are hearing it on the name day for Erzsébet, or Erzsébet, as celebrated in Hungary. And if you are an Elizabeth or an Erzsébet, I want to wish you a happy name day, or Boldog névnapot. Hi, welcome to the Hungarian Living Podcast. I'm your host, Erzsébet Szabavas. We're on a mission to help you maintain a meaningful connection to Hungarian culture and heritage in a variety of ways. We'll talk about food, travel, history, music, language, genealogy, and more. So whether you know a little or a lot about being Hungarian, this is the place to be. Before we dive in, I want to share a memory with you. For years after I moved away from home, my phone would ring on November 19th. I'd pick up and there would be my mom's voice. Boldog névnapot, Liz. Happy name day. It was her way of staying connected to me, of reminding me of our heritage, even when we were miles apart. So, what exactly is a name day? In Hungary, they don't just celebrate birthdays, they celebrate name days too. Every name has a designated day on the calendar, picked mainly based on religious traditions and historical events. These days are celebrated in the workplace, among friends, everywhere really. The traditional gifts are simple but meaningful. Women typically receive flowers, men get a bottle of wine, and children might receive a small toy. And here's what I love about it. There's no focus on age. No one's counting candles or worrying about getting older. It's just a celebration of who you are, of your name, of you. November 19th is the name day for Erzsébet, particularly in Hungary, where it is a prestigious name. November 17th is the feast day of St. Elizabeth of Hungary, and in some Christian traditions, a name day is observed on the same day as a saint's feast day. So just a quick review of St. Elizabeth of Hungary if you don't know too much about her. From a young age, Elizabeth loved prayer and good works, and even though she was involved in royal life, she had a love for the poor. Without shirking her duties as a wife or as a mother, Elizabeth the Queen visited the poor each morning and evening. She spent her revenue from her husband's principalities on the poor. She even built a hospital for them. She was known of taking food and clothing to the poor, carrying the sick on her back, and selling her royal gowns to help the poor in her husband's kingdom. Though Elizabeth's husband did support her works of charity, many in the royal court did not. She was often ridiculed. Because of this ridicule, she would often leave the castle discreetly as she set out to work among the poor. One day, the king surprised her. When he unveiled her mantle, where she carried the bread for the poor, the king only saw roses. So often, when you see a statue of St. Elizabeth, you will see a loaf of bread as well as roses. You know, when I was younger, I remember talking with friends about name days and being genuinely surprised that they didn't know about them. I thought everyone did. That was one of those moments when I realized, oh, this is a Hungarian thing. That is part of what makes us special. My mom made sure I never forgot it. Even though we didn't make a huge production out of our shared name day, she always acknowledged it. When I lived near her, she would remind me. Maybe she would get me a little treat. And when I lived in Nebraska, she would mention it in a phone call. Looking back now, I realize what a gift that was. She was keeping our heritage alive through these small, consistent acts of love. If you have been given a Hungarian name or a name that has a Hungarian translation, check out the link to the name day calendar in the show notes and find your name day. Sometimes there are 2 different days, but that is not very often. And you don't have to have been given a Hungarian name at birth to celebrate this tradition. If your name does not have a Hungarian equivalent, then pick a name that you love and adopt that as your Hungarian name. Look up when that name day falls and then start celebrating. How might you celebrate? Well, here are some ideas. You could read a Hungarian folk tale that day. You could cook a special Hungarian recipe as a family. You could give a small gift to someone else on their name day. You could make a phone call, like my mom did, to someone you care about on their name day. Maybe they don't even know about the tradition, and you could teach them about it. The point is to use this as a touch point, a reminder of your Hungarian heritage throughout the year. You know, when I think about my mom starting marketing 37 years ago and those phone calls she made every November 19th, I see the same thread running through both. She understood something important. Heritage isn't just about knowing your history, it's about living it, celebrating it, and passing it on through everyday moments. That's what name days give us, permission to celebrate our heritage in small, joyful ways throughout the year. Not just on major holidays, but on ordinary Tuesdays and Thursdays, on November 19th, or on whatever day your name day falls. So here's my challenge to you. Look up your name day. If your given name isn't Hungarian, pick a Hungarian name you love. Mark it on the calendar, and then celebrate it. Call someone you love, cook something delicious, light a candle, and say Boldog névnapot to yourself. These small traditions matter. They're how we stay connected to our heritage, to our families, and to each other. Check the link for the name day calendar in the show notes. And hey, if your name day is November 19th like mine, feel free to reach out and we can celebrate together. Until next time, keep discovering, celebrating, and sharing your Hungarian heritage. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode of the Hungarian Living Podcast, please share it with someone you know who loves their Hungarian heritage. And sign up for our newsletter and catalog at HungarianLiving.com. There's a link in the show notes. Special thanks to Stephen Chichek and the Animal Cannibals for the show music.